What is up, guys? Last night, UFC 323 went down, and my God, what a card! It was really fucking good. The only thing stopping this from being a perfect card, honestly, was the co-main event. If the co-main event was you know, a, a fight, then this could have been one of the best cards ever. But straight away, I want to talk about this main event. I mean, what happened? This was fucking crazy. Nobody expected Marab to get dominated like that. I mean, Peter Yan went out there and just had the best performance of his career, and he figured Marab out. And I laid out the game plan that he needed to follow in my video. I just didn't think he could fucking do it. And dude, he did it. The body kicks he was landing in this fight were nasty. His jab was nasty. Everything Peter Yan was doing in this fight was nasty. And it's been a while since he's really looked like that, in my opinion. Like, you look at the Marcus McGee fight, he was landing good shots. He was having good moments, but nothing he was doing looked like really fucking nasty. Like every shot he was throwing in this fight was just like he wanted to kill Marab. He stuffed the takedowns effortlessly. He out wrestled Marab. He took Marab down. I mean, it was just insane. I mean, the extent of Marab's success was landing a couple of good shots on the feet, and he slammed Peter one time with a double leg, which was cool. But that's just style points. And it made me sad watching Marab get beat up like this because it happened after I became a fan of him. I've hated this guy for a long time, and of course, when I start coming around to him and being a fan, he's got to lose. But I'm never gonna be mad at a Peter Yan win. And this, I mean, dude, Peter looks so good. He looks so fucking good. I mean, round one, he cracked Marab with the right hand. Marab started fucking doing this with his jaw when he got hit. I mean, that was weird. But Peter just fucked him up every round. I think round two was Marab's best round, I guess. I don't even know. Round one was close, but Jan landed a massive right hand. Not much really happened in round two, but I think Jan got the better of it. He busted Marab's face up with the jab the whole time. In round three, I thought Marab was starting to take over, but then he got hit with one of the most vicious body kicks I've ever seen, and he screams out in pain, like, ah! Like, it was audible. You could hear it. And the body kick sounded like a gunshot. I mean, Jan started throwing him in round three. That was the biggest adjustment. I knew that you have to go to the body on Marab, and he did that. He was landing some nasty body shots, especially the kicks, but he landed some nice body punches as well. He hurt Marab with a left hook to the body. He just looks so good in this fight, man. Peter Yan is the most well-rounded fighter in the sport right now, and I think he's going to end up defending the belt a couple times. I think this is the true Peter Yan title reign. You know, the whole Aljo situation fucked up the timeline. I think order has been restored. I think we are going to see Peter defend the title. I think they're going to do a rematch. I think Peter is probably going to finish him in the rematch. I just don't think Marab can do anything differently. Peter is just much better technically, and Marab's cardio, he couldn't overwhelm Jan with his cardio. Jan matched the cardio, and he took a lot out of Marab's gas tank with the body shots and just the amount of damage that he was doing to him. So Marab is not just going to be able to win with his cardio. He can't hold Jan up against the fence. He can't take him down. And he took so much damage. I don't think he's going to come back the same from this. Even if he takes a decently long layoff, I don't think he's coming back from this, man. So I think Jan would beat Marab in a rematch. I think he would beat Umar. I just want you to watch Umar versus Mario Batista. It was an impressive fight, but he was getting tired at the end. He got dropped. And just imagine Peter Yan landing those body kicks on a gassed out Umar in round four, stuffing the takedowns, boxing his face off. I think that's what would happen. I think he would beat Sean O'Malley in a rematch, and beyond that, I don't know who else he would fight. I mean, he just looks so damn good. It was an inspiring performance, dude. I was throwing fucking body kicks at the heavy bag earlier today, and it was just such an awesome performance from Jan. This is what I watch the sport for. I mean, it was amazing. But we've talked enough about that. Let's talk about the co-main event. I'm sad. I'm very sad. I'm disappointed. Um, yeah, not much more to say, man. We didn't get to see a fight, and it's disappointing on so many levels because I think Van would have really exceeded people's expectations. I think he could have possibly won. I think if he didn't win, he would have had a close decision loss. I think it would have been a great fight. Pantoja was throwing heat early on, and then he throws a head kick. Van catches it. I guess he kind of like kicks his leg out, and Pantoja posts on the ground, and his fucking arm just breaks. I don't know the injury. They're saying he had a shoulder injury. There might be something wrong with the shoulder, but we all fucking saw his elbow bend the wrong way. There's definitely something wrong with his elbow. And it's just such a fluke situation, and it sucks because Van is the champion. But we all know this is not a win, and he doesn't feel like the champion. And for Pantoja's title reign to come to an end like this is so sad. He's such a hardworking, lovable guy. Like, you watch interviews with him, he's such a humble dude. He's such a nice person, and it's awesome to see him have this long title reign. And for it to end like this is just so sad because you know the amount of work this guy puts in, and he's getting up there in age. If this injury is bad, he's not going to come back the same. And it's just fucking terrible because we got robbed of this fight. And obviously Joshua Van didn't want to win like that. People are getting on to him for celebrating, which is fucking stupid because first of all, he didn't know what happened until after the fight. So if the ref calls off your fight, you're going to think you won. Obviously, he won the belt. He changed his family's lives because when you win the belt, that comes with championship money. Like, he changed his life and his family's lives forever. I mean, just look at the video of his mom holding the belt over her shoulder. You would probably be happy about something like that too, despite how you won. And he's saying he wants a rematch, which I really hope we can see. But I think what's going to end up happening is we're going to get Van versus Taylor. And another thing that really disappoints me is we didn't even get to see Van defend a takedown or like have one good scramble. We didn't get to see any grappling. So I'm going to pick him to beat Tatsuro Taira because that's what I want to happen, but I have no fucking reason to pick that. I have no reason. There's no reason for me to just assume that he can stop Taira's takedowns, but I just have a feeling that he can. And that's the thing. I hate that I don't have an argument to pick him to beat Pantoja or Taira. Like, I don't know. I think he's really good, and I think he will defend that belt, but I don't have a reason to, pick that. So that's another thing that made me sad. And just overall, it's just a shitty situation because Van won the belt, but we all know he didn't really beat Pantoja. Pantoja lost the belt in a fluke situation. We didn't get to see a fight. It's just so disappointing. And it's just, this really fucking sucked. I was so mad. And, yeah, I really hope Pantoja heals quickly because just what a fucked up situation. But next fight, feature fight. Oh, didn't mean to click on Taira. Hold on a minute. What have I done? Oh, I've done it again. Jesus Christ. I'm going to cut that out. We'll cut that out. Yeah. Yeah. Next fight, Brandon Moreno versus Tatsuro Taira. What the fuck, man? Early stoppage, I will say, pretty early. I think Moreno was gonna get finished anyway. You don't have Taira on your back like that and not get finished. I'm sorry, he's not gonna survive that. But I think they should have let him fight a little more because it wasn't like he was out from the ground and pound. It wasn't like he was in a submission. So I think they could have let it go a little bit longer. But Taira looked really good, man. And even in the striking, he looked good in the striking. He stung Moreno with some knees in round one, which I actually think gave him the round. A lot of people think Moreno got the first round with that triangle. I don't agree. I don't think that triangle was close at all, really. I think it probably just, took more energy out of Moreno from squeezing his legs than it did Taira. And I think that the knees that Taira landed at the end of round one give him the round. Round two, he landed a nice uppercut. He was landing some good shots on the feet. And he's so fucking fast. His straight punches are so good. And he's just looking improved every fight. He's so young. His striking is good. He's got a lot of power. He's fast, and his grappling is just next level. I think his back takes are better than Pantoja. I'm not sure if his all-around grappling game is better than Pantoja, but that one area of taking the back and controlling people from the back, I think is better. And it's just awesome to see him go out there and do this to Brandon Moreno. I mean, it's fucking crazy. And I was really worried I was going to get this pick wrong, too, because you look at the Royval fight, and there's plenty of reasons to pick Moreno, but I had a feeling Tyra would win, and he got it done much more impressively than I thought he could. So, yeah, this was awesome. Good stuff from Tatsuro Taira. I think he's fighting for the belt next. Unless Manel Kape goes out there next weekend and just absolutely steamrolls Brandon Royval and knocks him out in 2 rounds, I think Taira has earned a title shot. So, that's what I think about that. Next fight, Henry Cejudo and Peyton Talbot. Man, I got this pick wrong, but I'm not mad at it. I'm happy that we got a new top 10 contender in the division, and let me just say, dude, the improvements that Peyton Talbot has made are fucking crazy. I mean, look at his first fight this year against Raoni Barcelos. He got fucking destroyed. And then he goes up and he fights Henry Cejudo. And he absolutely pieces Cejudo up. Talbot looks so good in this fight. His footwork was much better. His head movement was better. He looked faster. Everything was better. Like, you look at Peyton Talbot in his striking in his past fights. He's very stationary, kind of slow, doesn't move his head. In this fight, we didn't really see that. He was fast. He was moving around so well, creating angles. He was switching stances. And he looked really fucking fast. He goes out there early round 1 in like the first 30 seconds, stuns Cejudo with a big 1-2. And I think that set the tone for the fight. Cejudo was landing some good shots, but he just couldn't take Talbot down and control him enough to win. And he just got absolutely fucking destroyed on the feet. Peyton Talbot was landing nasty body shots, knees to the body, punches to the body, and he just beat the shit out of Cejudo. And I know people are going to say Cejudo was washed, and I agree that he's not at his best, obviously. But we can't act like earlier this year he didn't go tooth and nail with Song Yadong in a razor-close fight until he got eye-poked. We can't act like he didn't rock Merab in round 1. We can't act like he didn't go to a split decision with Aljamain Sterling. And Peyton Talbot goes out there and does more in 1 round than any of those guys have done in however long they've fought Henry Cejudo. I think it's just crazy. The improvements that he's made are insane. He's a legit contender now, and I think this was a decent retirement for Henry because, he didn't win, but he showed an insane chin, he showed his heart, and he had a banger fight to go out on. So if I was Henry, I wouldn't be too down on myself, but yeah, Peyton Talbot looked amazing. He even took down Henry Cejudo several times, which was crazy. Cejudo was a gold medal, a little bit of a fake achievement, if we're being real, dude. Like, what the fuck? How could you have a gold medal and get taken down by Peyton Talbot? But, yeah, this was fucking awesome. It was sad to see Cejudo get beat up, but Talbot looks so good. He's improved in every aspect of MMA rapidly. And I want to see him fight Chito Vera next. I think he would use Chito Vera like a punching bag, and I want to see that. I think he could knock out Chito. I really do think he could. Next fight, Jan Blachowicz versus Bogdan Guskov. Let me tell you, Jan Blachowicz is a crafty veteran. He's 42, and he's still hanging with these young killers. Had a draw. I think a draw is the right scorecard, and it's kind of sad because when the fuck is the last time Jan Blachowicz has won a fight? I mean, it's been a long time, right? And the last win was Rakic, which was an injury. So, how long has it been since he's had like a clear, obvious win? Been a while, but he goes out there in round 1. He's landing the jabs and the calf kicks. I think Guskov landed a good jab on him that kind of stunned him a little bit, but he also stunned Guskov with a jab. And you could really tell that Jan's right hand just doesn't have power in it anymore. His right arm is just fucked up. I'm pretty sure that's the arm that he had shoulder surgery on. All the big shots he was landing were with his left hand, and he was landing the right hands, but they just did not have enough power. And you could really tell his age in this fight. Despite the fact that he's been fighting the washed allegations so long, he's still very obviously not his best anymore at all. And he had a clean round one. He was fucking up Guskov's calf, landing good shots on the feet, controlling the range, controlling the pace of the fight. But in round two, he lands some good leg kicks early on, and then he gets caught with a big right hand as he's leaning back, and he gets fucking floored. I'm shitting my pants. I yelled, "No!" I yelled that out loud when I saw it happen. And after he gets knocked down, Guskov stays on top of him and lands about 30 heavy ground and pound shots. So I think that's why it was a draw. It was a 10-8. Very impressive of Guskov to be able to do that. I mean, Alex Pereira couldn't knock down Jan Blachowicz. Carlos Olberg couldn't do it. Bogdan Guskov found a way to do it. He almost finished him, and it was a 10-8. But round three, Jan gets back on his fucking crafty veteran pedal, whatever the fuck you call it. He's hitting the gas. He's jabbing. I mean, dude, he crafty vets it up, man. And he's landing the calf kicks, just destroying Guskov's calf, and he hurts him in the last 10 seconds of the fight. Drops him, lands some shots, but Guskov gets saved by the bell a little bit, and it's not dominant enough of a round three for Jan to get a 10-8. So he wins the round, but he doesn't do enough to win the fight, and it's a draw. So a little bit of an unsatisfying outcome, but it was a good fight. I think Jan looked like the better fighter. I think we can all know that he is better than Bogdan Guskov. And if anybody was going to win, it was going to be Jan. Guskov didn't have an argument for winning. So, yeah, we know Jan Blachowicz is better, but Bogdan put up a good performance. Jan is a super tough guy to even knock down. So it's impressive that he could even do that. But, yeah, next fight, prelim headliner, Grant Dawson versus Manuel Torres. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so fucking happy. Because when I watch Grant Dawson fight, his grappling is very impressive. And I said in the lead up to this fight, he reminds me of Sean Brady, where if he can take you down, he's going to absolutely maul you. But if he's fighting somebody who can defend a takedown, he is going to get brutalized. He can't strike. His striking is so bad. I wonder what he's doing in the gym when he's practicing his striking. What are his coaches telling him? Does he get knocked out in sparring? Do his sparring partners go really light? Does he not know that he has terrible defense? The way he throws punches is just sickening. I hate watching him, dude. And it's not because I don't like him. It just makes me so confused how somebody with such bad striking could be pretty close to the rankings of the lightweight division, Grant Dawson is an elite lightweight, and he can't strike for shit. And Manuel Torres sprawled on him, defended the takedowns, got hit with a couple of kicks, and then saw Grant Dawson throw punches and realized that he literally could not hurt him at all, and just absolutely smoked Grant Dawson easily in round one. So, yeah, Grant Dawson got slept. Learn how to strike, dude. You need to mix it in with your wrestling. God, it pisses me off, dude. Really pisses me off. Next fight, Terrence McKinney versus Chris Duncan. This fight made me mad. This fight made me very mad because I'm a big Terrence McKinney fan. I like him. And what are you doing? I guess this is not anything new. I should have seen this coming. He goes out there, he's looking fast and dangerous early on, like always. And I thought he would be too much for Chris Duncan. And he was this close to finishing Chris Duncan early on. But as soon as he hurts you, he goes full retard. Full retard. That's what he does. He loses all sense of patience, all thought. It's just pure fuck this guy up. That's all he's thinking, and he just no defense. He gets caught with an elbow, dropped, gets hit with about 50 fucking punches, and then Chris Duncan laces up a nasty anaconda choke, and yeah, Terrence McKinney gets submitted. He has so much talent, and he's so athletic, and he's so powerful, and he's so dangerous, and he's got good grappling, but he doesn't have a good chin, and he doesn't have the best cardio, and he has horrendous, terrible fight IQ. So that's just what happens in a Terrence McKinney fight, I guess. And I hope he gets a win because that was bad, very bad. And Chris Duncan is good, man. He's very hard to put away. He's very dangerous with his submissions. He's powerful on the feet. He never goes away. Like, he's always in the fight. So a ranked opponent next for him for sure. But yeah, that made me salty. Next fight, Macy Barber versus Karine Silva. All I want to talk about in this fight is the ref. What a retard. What a retarded referee. Macy gets hit with a up kick. She's wobbling, and the ref doesn't take a point because it was only a grazing blow. It was not grazing. It was full foot to the face, and I think the up kicks should be legal, but they're not. So you have to enforce the rules, and the referee did not do that. He did not take a point. I think that was a very clear, obvious point-taking moment, and that didn't happen. So that's fucked up. But Macy Barber won. She's a better grappler. She's very good on top. She has dangerous ground and pound. And yeah, good stuff. Next fight, Nazim Sadikov versus Fares Ziam. This fight really impressed me. Okay, Nazim, I thought, would be the one who would be grappling and getting takedowns in this fight. Fares Ziam has made so many improvements with his grappling, and he looks like a tall, skinny, lanky guy, which he is. So you'd think he wouldn't be the strongest, but he's actually very strong, and he's so fucking dangerous with his knees and elbows because of how lanky he is. He just took Nazim down, pieced him up on the feet. Nazim couldn't do anything on the feet, which I didn't expect that either. Fares Ziam is really good at keeping the range. He's long and rangy. He's dangerous with his kicks and his jab. And Fares just took him down easily, got on his back the whole round one, got pretty close to submitting him several times. And then same thing, round two, he takes down Nazim, controls him after some striking. And at the end of the round, he lands two nasty fucking elbows. I think it was a good stoppage, and Nazim couldn't stand up. He was all over the place after the bell, so I think it was a good stoppage. And very impressive from Fares Ziam. Ranked opponent next, for sure. This guy's a fucking beast. Next fight, Marvin Vettori and Bruno Ferreira. Marvin Vettori is so sad to watch because every fight, you realize little by little that he's slowly realizing he's not going to accomplish his dreams, and he gets hit so much, he takes so much damage. This was a close fight, but Bruno was just landing the much more meaningful and powerful shots. He was mixing it up a little bit. He wasn't just throwing 1-2s. I know that's kind of a meme, but that's literally all Vettori does. He throws 1-2s. Sometimes he'll throw an inside low kick. Sometimes he'll try a body kick. And he doesn't mix it up at all. He goes into round one, and by the end of round three, he's doing the same exact thing, which is not a good sign if what you're doing is not working. So, yeah, Ferreira won. It was close, but he was landing some big shots on Vettori, and I'm just surprised Vettori's chin is still, like, working. I guess I don't know how to even say it. I'm surprised he hasn't been knocked out in this fight because Bruno hits really fucking hard, and I honestly thought he would be the one to crack Marvin Vettori's chin. So I guess it's cool that Marvin didn't get knocked out, but it's just sad watching him fight, man. It's fucking sad. Next fight, Edson Barboza and Jalen Turner. This was another sad one. Very sad. Edson Went out there, he was throwing heavy shots early on. He landed some good stuff, but then I think he got cracked with an elbow, and then Jalen Turner cracked him with a nasty right hook and dropped him, and then it was just downhill from there on. Jalen Turner was teeing off. Edson Barboza was covered in blood. Like, literally, his whole face was red. It looks like they just painted his face with blood. It was nasty. Jalen Turner beat the fucking shit out of him. And I want Jalen Turner to fight somebody in the top 15 or close to the top 15 next, because I'm pretty sure he was in the top 15 when he lost to Bahamondes, and then he retired, and then he came back. So, enlightened Jalen Turner, he's a fucking beast. He's always been a beast. He's just had mental problems, I think, in his grappling is, not the best, as we saw in the Moicano fight. But when you really look at his fights, the Dan Hooker fight, razor close decision, and Dan Hooker, as we found out after that fight, is not washed. Gamrot fight, another very arguable decision that I think he won, honestly. And Jalen Turner is just really good, and he's so nasty on the feet. It's like his striking is legit. I want to see him fight Rafael Fiziev one day. I don't know when that will happen, if it will happen, but I need to see that fight just as a MMA fan. I need to see that. And I hope Edson Barboza retires, because all he does at this point in his fights is get punched in the face. And it's just sad to watch. So I hope he retires. Next fight. Oh my god. Iwo Baranuski versus Ibo Aslan. This is one of the craziest 1 minute fights in UFC history. It was insane. They were swinging. There's like 5 knockdowns between them. I thought early on that Ibo was going to get a knockout. And like when I was watching this, I was shitting my pants because I thought I was going to get my pick wrong. He absolutely floors Baranuski. They're swinging, and Baranuski puts him away with a nasty right hook and lands some ground and pound. It was just insane. There's not much more to say about this fight, and I thought it would be a little bit more technical of a win from Iwo, but he went full retard, and it paid off. It worked. He knocked out Ibo Aslan, and amazing stuff. Not much more to say, dude. This was fucking cinema. If you haven't seen it, you've got to go watch it. Yeah, this shit was awesome. Next fight, Mansour Abdul Malik versus Antonio Tricoli. Tricoli stands there, does nothing, gets put in a standing guillotine and choked out. It was a nasty submission. I mean, look at the length of Mansour's arms. If this guy gets you in a guillotine like that, you're going to tap. That's just how it is. And Tricoli is not good at all, so this was another layup. I want to see Mansour get a step up in competition next. But yeah, good stuff. It was a very expected outcome, but good stuff. Next fight. Last fight. Muhammad Naimov versus Mayron Santos. Now, this was an impressive performance for Mayron Santos. He floors Naimov with a nasty right hand early in round 3. Not much happened in the first 2 rounds. It was just Santos outpointing him. Naimov doesn't really do anything. That's just how it is. He's not really that great at anything. And I'm glad he lost, because that Nathaniel Wood fight still makes me mad. He cheated like 5 times, and he still barely won. So, yeah. Santos is good. He's a very technical striker. He's patient. He really picks his shots. He's got power in his hands. He missed weight. Got to clean that up. And he's a fighting nerd now, I think. He had the glasses, so he's got plot armor. He's very good. He's an exciting fighter. And I very much look forward to his next fight. I think he has top 15 potential, at the least, at 145. So, good stuff. And the card was amazing. Let me know what you guys think. And have a good day.